Yo guys, CFB, welcome back to a brand new video. Hopefully you're all doing well. Today we've got some big news to uncover, revolving around transfer news, revolving around something else that's happened today, which is pretty entertaining to say the least. But before we get into any of that, obviously please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time we upload a video, because videos can come at any time. We could get a Casiedo, here we go, tonight, you know, in about 3 hours time, and there'll be a video out with the details and everything and give my opinions. So videos can come at any time, so notification bell on, it would be very much appreciated. And yeah, also first link in the description is my second channel, so go and check that out. Videos are coming out slowly but surely on there. So if you want to be entertained gaming wise and stuff like that, go and check that out, because that's what I do over there. And yeah, so we've got a couple big bits of news. Actually, I'm gonna have to rush through this video because I actually need to go for a shower. I've been working in the garden for most of the day. So yeah, so we've got some news to cover. So pre-season, obviously we know pre-season is a certain amount away. It's not far away from us right now. Pre-season, it's like 2 weeks away if I'm not mistaken. So players are coming back, and we've had a certain set of players come back today. Not the full squad. I just want to reiterate that, because some of the squad, like Madueke, Colwill, Mudryk, are all in like the under-21s World Cup. I actually think Mudryk and Madueke are out of that now. So they've still got to have their holiday because they've been playing in the under-21s World Cup. So they've still got to have their holiday. So they'll be back in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, later than everybody else. But there's a couple of other players that aren't here, like Nkunku, Malo Gusto, I think, Jackson, Enzo. There's a couple of other players that aren't here today. They should be back some point this week, I think. So yeah, I'm going to give you, obviously, the photos and everything. I'll move over here so you can see the photos on who is back reporting for pre-season duty. So yeah, here are the players. So Reece James, Cassiedi is, I think that's how you say his name, Cassiedi, the Italian youngster we brought last season. Raheem Sterling and Humphreys, who is a young talent. Maurizio Pochettino, the boss, you know what I mean? Ian Maatson, Trevor Chalobah, Andre Santos, one I am very excited for, Thiago Silva, and Amado Broja. So yeah, they are the players that are in pre-season. I think there's a couple of others, like Cucurella's there. And the other ones aren't coming to my head, but there's a couple of others that are there right now. Just real quick, I just want to say, that new pre-season jacket, the long sleeve jacket, oof, my days. I tell you what, Nike, in my opinion, I thought the home kit last season was alright. I think it was nice. The away kit was, the white away kit, dreadful. The third, which was like the gold one in a way, was a nice one, I thought. But they never do their kits like spectacular, do they? But their training gear is always top notch. I don't know why, it always is top notch. So to do with the training gear, it looks amazing. If we need a sponsorship still on to do with the home kit, I think we should just go with Trivago, for me personally. But yeah, so we've got some new faces in there. Ian Maatson, Andre Santos, I am excited to see in pre-season. I'm never really excited for pre-season. But with Andre Santos, I'm very, very excited. And yeah, a couple of others there, like Cassiedi, who has been amazing in the under-21s World Cup, I think it was. He's got a top goal score or something. He's been amazing. So yeah, that's the players that have been reported back for pre-season duty. Hope it all went well for them. Hope they're all being put to the test, because it's a big up-and-coming season that we've got coming. So yeah, let's speak about Pochettino then. So Pochettino had I think about 10-minute interview with Chelsea, and in my opinion, actually I'm going to give my thoughts on it after I've read this little bit that I liked from Pochettino. So Pochettino had to say this: "Look away, Spurs fans. Chelsea is one of the greatest clubs in the world. For the last 15 years, Chelsea is the greatest club in England." Now, we obviously know Pochettino managed Spurs, what, about 6-7 seasons ago? you know, and he knew Chelsea was the best team in England during that time. I mean, it's facts. Let's be real. The only competition to us is City, which they are competition to us in that aspect. Let's all be real here. If you're not a Chelsea fan watching this, you've got to be honest here. Since the 2000 to 2010 decade, Chelsea was the most successful team. The 2010 to 2020 decade, Chelsea the most successful team. So far, this decade from 2020, I mean, it's been City. Let's be real, it has been City. But yeah, I liked everything that Mauricio Pochettino said in his interview. He said something about, like, he wants his team to be warriors. He wants his team to be fighters. He wants them to die for the badge and to be animals. He describes he wants his players to be animals. Oh my God, it's like a revelation compared to the Potter interview. The Potter interview was there like, oh yeah, I want the lads to go and try, you know, I want them to go and try. Go out there, give it your best. Oh, we lost out, but the XG was favouring us in a way, but, you know, we'll go and get them next time. Screw that. This is Chelsea Football Club. You go in to win. And I gotta admit, if a lot of you saw my Pochettino first thing when we was linked with him, I was completely saying no to this guy. But my God, that interview's kind of put me in a way like, ugh, actually I'm starting to kind of like him, but in a way, it always happens, Us football fans, we're fickle. But yeah, he said his press conference was top notch. I couldn't disagree with him really on what he said. I'm just hoping he puts these players to the test, and I'm hoping he gets them playing better, because let's be real, last season was a really, really tough watch. Tough watch. So yeah, Mauricio Pochettino's interview, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about it. So let's get on to a couple of outgoings before we get to the big news of an incoming. So let's start off with the first outgoing of Ivan Pulisic. I obviously suggested in my last video about the AC Milan interest in Pulisic. Well, we've got some more interest from other clubs. David Ornstein had to say this yesterday. Breaking, Lyon have tabled a bid worth €25 million plus a meaningful sell-on clause that is still being negotiated for Christian Pulisic, which is at a level that Chelsea would find acceptable, and they are reluctant to accept lower. They've offered the great money. They've offered good money. A sell-on clause as well. So when they sell him, you know, let's say they get him and they sell him 2 years later for 40 million, we're going to get a portion of that 40 million. I mean, I don't mind if I do. You're not saying. You know me, I just think we should get him gone personally. I think we should get him gone. I think Chelsea Football Club want him gone as well, but Pulisic, I don't think Pulisic wants to move to Lyon from what I've been hearing. He wants AC Milan. He wants the AC Milan move, which makes no sense because, let's be real, Chelsea's wingers are poor. We've had some poor wingers last season, based off last season. You know, he couldn't get in front of a pretty poor Sterling. Madueke was really good, to be fair. He couldn't get in front of Ziyech at times. What makes him think he's going to get in front of Rafael Leao? Leao is, you know, if you know me, I rate Leao highly. What makes him think he's going to get any game time there? I don't know personally. Don't know what he's thinking. Don't know what he wants to do with his career. Maybe he just wants to go for the money. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I'm hoping this all gets resolved very, very soon, because he needs to go, in my eyes, personally. So, let's move on to another outgoing, which this one is surprising, but sad for me in a way, because I was a big believer in this guy. So, this has been said today. Callum Hudson-Odoi has decided to leave Chelsea this summer. A transfer fee to seal Hudson-Odoi's departure has still to be agreed, but the winger is expected to resolve his future soon so he can prepare for the season at his new club. Now, from what I've been hearing, Crystal Palace are interested, Nottingham Forest are interested, and there's another club I can't think from the top of my head, maybe Brentford or something, I don't know. Look, I was a big believer of Cho, especially when he first arrived onto the scene in 18-19. He got that injury, which obviously clearly took him so far back is a really bad injury. You know, I think for the best interest for the club and for him, I think it's best he moves on. I think we could still pick up maybe 10 to 15 million pounds maybe for Hudson-Odoi. I'd take it personally. It's a shame that it's had to come to this because he had such big potential. But like I said, I think for the club and the player, I think it's in best interest to part ways. That's just my opinion personally. But I wouldn't be against him staying. I wouldn't be against him staying because I still think he could be a decent squad player. I really do. So, yeah. Let's move on to the last outgoing before we get into the big bit of news. And maybe some of you might be happy about this one. So, this was said by Felix Johnson. Newcastle have indicated to Chelsea they'd be willing to pay 25 to 30 million pounds for Marc Cucurella. Yeah, except in my opinion. I think Chelsea are better with Ben Chilwell and Ian Maatson. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter slating Ben Chilwell. Apparently they don't like Chilwell. Obviously everybody has their own opinions, you know. Fair enough. But I think Chilwell very overhated in this fan base. I actually rate Chilwell. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Chilwell. But there's one thing I think most of us can agree on is Marc Cucurella is poor. Going forward, I think he's crap, in my opinion. I don't think he can cross the ball. Defensively, at times he can be good. Mainly in the back three system. But I don't think Poch is going to be playing the back three. So that's why I don't think Cucurella will be good at Chelsea next season. I'd accept 30 million. I think we could get maybe 35 for him. But I would definitely accept 30 million for him. If Newcastle want him, they can have him. Because like I said, I would be putting Chilwell and Ian Maatson ahead of Cucurella. So, yeah. That's the outgoing news all covered. And let's arrive on to the one bit of big news that we've actually got. And this one has been quoted by Fabrizio Romano as well, but I haven't got Fabrizio's tweet on there. So don't worry, this is reliable. So this came out the other day from the Daily Mail and Felix Johnson. Chelsea are also looking at a £25 million deal for Matheus Franca, according to Simon Jones from Mail Sport. Another Brazilian winger. Now, Felix Johnson's going to get into it a bit more now. I'm going to read some more details about this guy for you right now. Understand Matheus, I think it's Matheus, Franco França is currently seen as a first-team player, not a lone player. França is seen as the fluid AM/attacking mid or right winger profile in the first team squad and will be assessed in pre-season if deal is completed. Chelsea registered interest in Rayan Cherki during talks on Pulisic. Now, quickly going back to the Pulisic thing before we get into this Brazilian talent. I actually forgot to mention, in my opinion, I think Chelsea should offer Leon if we actually have a interest in Rayan Cherki. 20 million plus Pulisic. Or 25 million plus Pulisic. And I think that would be a good deal for both clubs. Leon need the money. They need the money. They get a free winger to free. They bring out a winger, obviously Rayan Cherki. They bring in a winger, Pulisic, and they get cash as well. It's a good deal all round, in my opinion. So let's move on to this guy. So he's a cam and a right winger. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't watch Brazilian football, so I've had to go off clips on him, and he looks like a very, very good player. Very, very young though. Very young, but he doesn't look raw compared to this other Brazilian that we're going to get, Angeleo. He doesn't look as raw as him, actually. He looks more of a finished product, which if you need to come into the first team in Chelsea, even just a squad, you need to be the finished product at the end of the day. But I think Angeleo has the higher ceiling out of them two, if that makes any sense. But this guy looks like a very, very good talent, and I'd you know, based off the clips I've been seeing on him, he looks like a very, very good talent. Something that Chelsea need, because Chelsea, we still need a backup for Madueke, because off that left-hand side, you've got Sterling and Mudryk, sorry. Off the right wing, you've got, you know, Who else have you got there apart from Madueke? Because we're going to get rid of Ziyech, please. And Pulisic's going to be going. And they're both not needed at club. By the way, Pochettino said he wants players that want to be at Chelsea. If they don't want to be at Chelsea, they're not going to be included. So I like that about that as well. And in that cam position, you've got Nkunku and you've got Carney Chukwuemeka as well, because he can play cam and he can play in the double pivot too with Enzo Santos, maybe Caicedo if we get Caicedo, and somebody else. He can play in that pivot too, and he can play in the cam. So Carney Chukwuemeka's in that cam. So if we get this Brazilian guy for the right wing to be competition to Madueke, I don't think he's as good as Madueke. I think Madueke is way better, and I think he's got better potential. But he can definitely still push Madueke and still be a decent squad player, and, you know, in some occasions be better than Madueke on some days. And obviously, if Carney gets injured in one time, he's there available off the right and cam. So, you know, he's versatile as well. It's very good to hear. 25 million, I'd take him. I'd take him. We can get a Caicedo deal for 85, get a backup for like 35 or 40, get this guy in, and that's our business done. I was hoping we would have got our business done before pre-season started. It's not officially started yet. I mean, like, before we travel to America. I'm still hoping we can do that, because we can. It's possible, but we've got to work hard on that. So, yeah, with outgoings as well, we're not far off. We've got like 3 players left to get gone, and we've got it done. So, yeah, we're not far off the finishing line, are we? Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you watch this Brazilian guy, and if you think he's good enough or not. I've got pins and needles, damn it. So, yeah, that's all the news today we've had to go through. That's all that's been touted about. Still nothing yet on Caicedo, apart from apparently there has been a bid being sent today, apparently. So we'll have to see if that gets confirmed by Fabrizio or not. We'll have to see, because he hasn't said it's been come from another source. So yeah. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video, guys. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video, because like I said, videos could come at any time. So yeah, have a good rest of your day. Take care. And yeah, see you on the next one. Peace.